this is Maxine. I'm in the Forest group, and this is my story world, Little Red Riding Hood, and with the wolf in the forest. And my theme is about be careful with the strangers. So in my module is the module 3 in my program. So at this stage, I assume that students already have built rich vocabulary about the forest and are capable of using descriptive words to make sentences. So in my module, I'm going to teach students to analyze and understand the structure of narrative text. So we will begin with watch video from the YouTube. So the story in the video, which has been introduced in the module 1, and the book is the Hare and the Turtle. The reason I chose this book because it can give students confidence to understand more about the storybook, like the structure. So after that, I'm going to ask students what is the beginning and what is the middle and what is the ending solution of the story. So and later I'm going to read this book, Little Red Riding Hood. And after reading the book, we are going to analyze the structure of this book together as a group. And after that, I'm going to give students the sequence cards of Little Red Riding Hood. And students are going to set in the different groups to analyze, to organize the sequence of these storybooks. And after that, in the next class, I'm going to introduce a very interesting activity which is called the 5-finger retell. So I'm going to make a glove to the student. I know students that are interested in any hands-on activities, so they will get excited when they wear the gloves. So in the gloves, so which finger has different meaning they are going to retell. So start with the setting. One where characters, problems, events beginning, middle, and end, and solutions. And this activity, we also encourage students to retell the story Little Red Riding Hood in their own story, in their own languages. So after that, in the next class, we are going to introduce a new concept of in the Little Red Riding Hood. So which is the time-connected words. Time-connected words. And I'm going to reread this story again, and then we are going to find this. Time-connected words with students together. And after that, students are going to choose 3 of them, and in these 3 of them to make that story of their own. And we encourage students to make the story as fun as possible. And by seeing each other's fun stories, it can trigger students' interest to make their own story and to understand to use these words properly. And after that, we are going to have drama play. We are going to make this together, and the most important character in this drama play is the narrator, and he's going to read this time-connected words loud to give students understanding about this time-connected words. After that, in order to make this story even more interesting, I'm going to demonstrate how to change the setting of the story. So for example, what if Little Red Riding Hood doesn't live in the forest? What if he lived in the center of the Adelaide? So does he still need to walk with the grandma? Or does he need to take any transportation? So if he takes transportation, what kind of transportation does he need to take? So students are going to have a brainstorming about what will happen if she lives in the city, and they are going to create their own version of Little Red Riding Hood, but the setting is in the city. And hopefully students is going to create something like this. And also because there are some students that have special needs, so in this stage we encourage students, like if you are capable of to write the explanation sentences outside the drawings, you can do that. But if you are not, you can just draw the pictures and explain to each other. So after changing the settings, we are going to make the next step. So we have already changed the setting of the story, but this time we are going to change the characters. The characters, different personality. We give these characters of different personality. So, example, what if Little Riding Hood? Actually, she's a thief. Actually, she's going to deliver something that she steals from others to the grandma. And actually, the wolf actually is a detective or a policeman. What is this story gonna be? What will happen? So after demonstrate the one scenario of this version, and the students will come out with their own version of the Little Riding Hood. And at the end, we are going to use this information text, as the main character from the Little Riding Hood is the wolf. So we are going to watch a documentary about the wolves together, and students will end to finish this worksheet about the wolves. They are going to understand what the difference between wolves in the Little Riding Hood and the wolves in the documentary, which is the and finish this information text. Yes.